วันนี้เป็นอาจารย์ Joyce นะคะ because a lot of people are moving to Thailand because they want to save money or for a lower cost of living, which is true if you're coming from the West. I am low-key one of them. I would say moving to Southeast Asia is like the new trend. Actually, I wouldn't call it a trend because it's like the most logical thing to do at the moment. In the past, our parents immigrated to the US for a better life, but now I think the best decision is to move to Southeast Asia, Thailand specifically, which I low-key don't want to talk about because I don't want a lot of people to come here and enjoy the good life, if you know what I mean. It might not be for you, but in case if you want to try and you want something for reference or to feel more confident, because this video I will talk about the cost of living and the mindset about money. But these are just my opinion and it really depends on what you value in life. And I really like to talk about money. Like if I was not doing YouTube, I would probably be doing like something with finance, but not for a company, for myself. But if you don't care about the cost of living or the breakdown, you can skip to this timestamp. It's actually like a life hack to speed up the process of you reaching your goals if you move to Thailand or Southeast Asia. It's just saying Thailand for this video because that is where I am and that is where I notice a lot of foreigners are coming to. You get a lot of value for the money you earn, which is a bit controversial because the prices for locals might be increasing. We won't get into that. That is a different topic, different video. Things that I must pay, it's already like a fixed, it's done. I already paid it. My portion of the rent is 22k for this one bedroom. In a year, that is 264k. My boyfriend helped me getting the health insurance and that is 29k a year. For phone, I pay 880 baht for 6 months, 1760 baht for a year of phone. And every month I get 100 gigabytes. So that is why I also don't get Wi-Fi because there's no need for me to. And if I really wanted to watch a lot of videos or upload or download, I can just use the Wi-Fi at the condo in the common area. But usually Wi-Fi would be 500 to 1000 baht a month, which is affordable still, but it's not worth it in my situation. These are about 8,700 USD total for you to have a shelter basically and to get everything set up. But we're not going to talk about visa costs because everyone has their way of staying here and the price you pay depends, but it's not hard, I would say, especially now they have the DTV visa. So I actually started tracking my expense for 2025. Like I have a Google form to input all of my expenses. I treat it as data analysis, data collection. Like I want to know how much I'm spending and where I am putting it into. But I would say most of my expenses are on Shopee and Grab, which is easy. Like you can basically live off of those two apps. There's Grab Mart, so actually technically you don't need to do groceries, you just order. A lot of times there are vouchers, so you actually get less than if you would have bought in store. So basically I started tracking my expenses, which I'll update you guys later on because I also am curious about my number, which I thought was 60k a month, but I think it can be less if I control. Your first year in Bangkok is probably your most expensive year because there's a lot that you probably have not experienced or tried, so you want to try it, so you end up spending more, which is what happened to me. After the first year, you get into budget mode, not like penny saving because I think penny saving is a waste of time and you can be making more money than saving the little things. But I think it's a habit that I developed back when I was in the US. Even if I have money, I hope that I like to save money because it's just fun. I like the process of budgeting. After the first year of the excitement, everything kind of plateaus. So there's a thing called hedonic adaptation. So after a while, your happiness level kind of levels off. For me, that was after a year of living here. Like nothing really shocks me anymore. I go to the same places. And the thing is, I'm kind of a boring person, to be honest. I like to do the same things, go to the same places, which makes me more indifferent about it. That's why traveling for a lot of people is good because it triggers your curiosity and triggers your excitement again. But every time I actually go on any trip, I get so physically tired. Apparently for year 2024, I went on 12 trips. I calculated and that is a lot. That's like average one trip a month. So this year I have a list of places that I want to visit within Thailand. In case if you're interested, I want to go to Nang, Krabi or Got Yao Noi, Got Chang, Got good. I just want to go to more places outside of Bangkok because I'm a bit bored of the city. I like living in a city because everything is so convenient and accessible. So you save a lot of time. Even though I live in a city, I still stay within my box, aka the condo, because everything I need is here. Like I can order Grab food, I can go to the gym, I can use the Wi-Fi. I don't need to go out basically. For the cost of living portion of this video, we're gonna split it into 5 different categories: housing, transportation, food, shopping, and miscellaneous. A lot of people find condos on Property Hub and Hit Flat, but it's actually a bit hard to get a hold of agents, and you know, like a lot of people like to ghost you, and a lot of places are a bit hesitant to have a foreigner tenant. Also, there's a thing, if you're the landlord, you have to do the TM something. The condos further outside is about 8 to 15k, and then for the city center it's 16 to 30k, and then for the good ones it's about 35 to 55k. If it's over 60k, I wouldn't consider, because at that point it's not worth it. Maybe it's worth it for you. That's why everything, it depends on your value, your situation, but I just want to give you an idea. And you can always negotiate the rent. It depends on your negotiating skills. Popular places for foreigners are Prakanong, Onut, Bang Na, Lat Pao, and Wong Wen Yai, but these are all a bit far out to me. For a lot of bougie foreigners, it's Tonglo, Ekamai, or Pongpong, but I feel weird going to those areas. So now this condo, you see, it's 38k a month, but I think it's worth it for the quality, the convenience. The second section is transportation. Main one is the BTS, SkyTrain, or MRT subway. Electric Move Me Tuk Tuk, and Grab. Within Grab, you can book cars, you can book the Grab bike. I wouldn't recommend Bolt because it feels more sketchy, and I heard that they don't verify the drivers. Sometimes the price is more than Grab, sometimes it's less. But nowadays I try not to do Grab bike anymore. I only do it if it's less than 10-minute or around a 10-minute ride. I'm okay. You know, the first 6 months that I was here, I was so excited to get on a Grab bike because it felt like a roller coaster. But after 6 months, I started getting scared every time going on a Grab bike. Third section, food. You cannot eat street food forever. Because my parents used to have a restaurant, so I am more aware of food safety. That's why I am hesitant to eat street food, because I just know like it's not clean, and I know like some people might argue, no, it's clean. I think some people just have a stronger stomach. My stomach is a bit weak. Like I'd be going to the Hongnam after drinking the rose tea from Chadama. My average is 500 to 800 baht a day, and that is not me restricting myself. It's like comfortable. My go-to for food is Tom Smith, Joan salad, and lasagna. For these 3, if you order on Grab, the taste is still okay. But you know how sometimes, like let's say you order something like fried chicken, it gets soggy, which makes sense because they were in transport. Shopping. So for shopping, my favorite category, 90% of the time I shop on Shopee. If I see something that I like in store, I search on Shopee because a lot of times they have discounts and vouchers, especially if it's like a special holiday or 1122334455. There's the payday, which is on the 25th. Every night at 12 a.m. like midnight, they have this free shipping no minimum voucher, and you know, sometimes I'd be ordering like 3 baht trash bags. I pretty much get most of my clothes from Shopee. This one is from Gentlewoman, but most of my clothes I get on Shopee because they have a 30% off voucher. Not all store qualify for it, but for the ones that do, I try to get it because it's like 30% off. So the last section is miscellaneous, and that is everything other than the 4 that I just mentioned. For example, it can be like a massage, it can be entertainment, like you going to the theaters. I don't have much that I like to do outside of home, except for maybe massage, which I kind of cut down on. I probably do a massage once a month, but I try not to that much because I want to save money. Like I said, saving money is my hobby. Like I like to. Plus, I kind of make money on YouTube anyway, so there's like, as long as I make a video, I get money, I can live. So Thai is about the money mindset that I have written here. So I've been thinking about this a lot, especially as I grow older. So the reason why I told you the cost of living is so that you have a reference. For me, I would say average about 60k a month or maybe less. Round that number up in case if you have random stuff to buy. So let's say 2,000 USD a month just for you to live in Bangkok without doing anything. But if you think about it, it's not that hard to make 2,000 USD a month. Everyone has their ways of making money, so I won't talk about that. I pretty much lived with my parents my whole life, life until I started my solo trip moving to Asia journey. When I lived with my parents, I always thought to myself, how can I not live with them? Because I like to have things my way. So a lot of parents like to keep things because they'd be like, we might use it someday, but that someday never happens. And this is probably because back in their generation, resources are limited, so they like to keep a lot of things for just in case. It's a new generation now. A lot of things are easily accessible, and also this is kind of like a business thing where like you want to make it convenient for consumers. So that's why everything is pretty much easily available. For a lot of us, or for me specifically, I like to have a minimalist mindset. Not extreme minimalism, but just keep the things I need because there's not a lot of things I need in life. Like I said, I feel like all of my stuff I eventually get rid of. It's just a matter of time. Back to why I'm saying this. So back when I lived with my parents, for me to not live with the parents is for me to be able to live on my own. But how can I live on my own? Which comes down to income or money. Back then, I would always ask myself, oh, what is that number for me to be able to live on my own? New York or LA, it would be a lot like that number. And then I later discovered a country called Thailand. I was kind of living in a bubble, by the way. I actually like the country itself. It's not because I want to save money, that's why I came here, but partially it's like half. It's like, whoa, I like this country and I can save money. So let's say you spend 2,000 USD a month, times it by 12, overestimate it again. So let's say 30,000 USD a year just for you to live and survive. What is the amount or the capital that you need to have in order to generate an interest of 30,000 USD a year? According to some calculations, if you have 600k USD a year and put it into a high yield saving account, it'll give you 4% every year. And actually it'll be more because if you compound it, but you have to pay tax on that interest, it's enough for you to live in Thailand or any other place in Southeast Asia. That's why I think a lot of people want to be a millionaire, because a million is enough to generate that 4 or 5% interest that can support your living. This is just an example. It doesn't apply to everyone, everything, every situation, but it's just an example of how to grow your money passively. This is not financial. Oh my god, I gotta give a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I got my degree in marketing. This is just Joyce's opinion and perspective, and I hope that it might give you some ideas, or maybe you already know, but you know, I'm new to this. I'm a noob. That's why I want to educate myself so that I'm not a noob anymore. Yeah, and for you, what is that number for you to be able to live the life that you want to live? What is that number for you to not work? Or maybe some people like the process of working and like the process of getting to where they want to be, which is good. Like, good for you. Freelance is also the future as well, because I don't think a lot of people like to be controlled. But some people, you know, some people are meant to be employees, maybe because of their personality or the way they are. Not everyone can be CEO and not everyone can be employee. That is it. Okay, I hope you like this video and I will see you in another one.